Alright, so the teardown begins and the restoration process is upon us for this Simpsons machine. Today is finally one of the nicer days we've had the last couple of weeks, where it's only about 75 degrees right now. So got the garage open, got a fan going to blow the hot air from the garage out, and it's going to be go time here for getting this thing stripped down and sanded and fixed and bondoed and ready to go. I'm torn between using laminate, taking all this down, sanding it down and putting a laminate on here, and then putting the art over the laminate. But I haven't decided on that yet. Depends on how well the process goes with fixing the bondo stuff in the corners. But I mean, as you can see, it's going to take a lot of effort here to get this fixed. And I don't know whatever's going on here. Someone tried to bondo this previously and did not do a very good job. So yeah, it's going to take a lot of effort, but nothing I can't tackle. So I guess what we'll do is I'll get the camera set up and we'll start tearing down everything. The inside's filthy. Someone's tried to repair this cabinet in the past that I showcased in the first part of this video. Both sides have these braces in here. There's cobwebs, and the monitor is absolutely filthy. There's all kinds of contaminants and crap laying in here in the yoke, and this might have been upside down at one point. I mean, who knows? But I'm just amazed that it's actually working. So I guess, yeah, it's tear down time. And I think we'll start with the control panel. And I have all the art here. The art has arrived successfully, and it's all good except that it's the wrong color, and I'll show you later. But you can see how this is kind of a light greenish, light bluish. Well, the new artwork is basically sky blue. It's a much darker blue. And every Simpsons machine I've ever seen in my life, ever, even when I was 12, 13 years old, the art was this light green, light greenish blue, kind of light aqua color. But the new artwork is like really deep sky blue. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But I think we'll begin with the control panel here. Let's tear the control panel down, get the camera set up, and kind of redo this. Fortunately, the control panel isn't really that bad. There's no gouges or cuts or bondo work that really needs done on the control panel. We just need to sand it down real well, and then I can actually get the artwork on and we can get this going. I'm going to take these buttons out and put black ones in just so they match and it's black like the rest of it. I thought about just filling these holes in, but in the future someone may want to reuse this. I'm going to install the free play mod. Someone made a Simpsons free play mod where you just change out some ROMs and it becomes free play, where you press the buttons and it gives you 3 lives. And when you have to continue, you hit the buttons, 3 more lives. So there's actually a free play mod for The Simpsons. I'm going to install that. So that will let me avoid having to drill new holes in the front to match the other Konami games we have at the arcade. And also make this look better down here on the bottom. I'm going to put black buttons here on the bottom. So yeah, well, I guess what we'll do is we'll start with the tear down of the control panel. And then maybe if it goes too long, we'll see how that turns out. I may make the teardown of this in a second video, or not a second video, actually it'll be the third part, but another video. So yeah, let's get the camera set up and we'll start with tearing down the control panel and getting this completely done. I'm going to do the control panel completely, 100% complete first, and then we'll go to the teardown of this and get this fixed up. So yeah, let's get the camera set up and see how it goes. So there we go, control panel's done. I kind of folded over, you can see here, I kind of folded over the edge on this side to kind of protect the front, but everything else turned out flawlessly. Real happy with it. Yep, no bumps, no gouges, no indentations. Everything was nice and flat all the way across. This side as well. Everything was great. I could have bonded this corner a bit, but I wasn't going to really deal with it. It's fine. So really, except for right here on this corner, everything else is basically perfect. So yeah, you know, there's a couple of little things here I must have missed when I was wiping it down, but I'll forgive it. I'm sure you can forgive it, but yeah, everything turned out great. So the control panel itself, or the box I should say, the box is now done. Everything's good for that. I need to poke the holes to put the bolts back through, the carriage bolts for the hinge, but that's no big deal. So we can actually set this aside. Let's put it right here. And we can get to work on the actual control panel. This should be a lot more fun here. I got everything that we need for it, so let's get the camera back on the tripod. I got it sitting here on an upside down trash can to get a higher angle, and then we'll get this torn down and see how this turns out. Well, you saw there I got it successfully all torn down, but it's going to take some effort to really get this worked and ready to go, because you can see that somebody at some point was peeling up the CPO, so they just tore it off and painted it blue. This is the edge of the CPO, and the rest of it's all just painted blue here along the edge and corners. And so I'm going to have to tear all this off of here and sand all this back down to the bare wood before I can apply my new CPO. So that's going to be a fun adventure. So come along with me in the journey, and we'll see how we can get this, how well we can make this look before we get our new CPO on. So here we go. complete, nice and flat, nice and smooth, ready for the new overlay. And actually you can still see that overlay was on there for so long that it's actually seeped, not really seeped into the wood, but it's actually kind of branded that artwork into the wood. So yeah, super smooth. Didn't need to be 100% taken down, but yeah, it is ready to go. You saw the hassle of having to use the hot air station to get the plastic off, and then use the goof off to get the glue off, and that was just it wasn't too bad, but it still sucks. Anyway, yep, we are good to go, ready for the new overlay. I'm going to wipe this down, get all the contaminants and the dust and everything off of it, and then we're ready to put the overlay on. So here we go. Alright, so I went ahead and jumped ahead to the finished product because the video is pretty long enough as it is. But it turned out absolutely awesome. Yep, so control panel is 100% complete. And just looking at it, I mean, it's just gonna, by the time this is done, it should be really nice. But, yep. I'd say that T-molding really fought me. I tried to get it to tuck underneath the sides and the edges of the T-molding, but because it's so thick from being laminated, that it just, every time you folded it over, it would just bubble up along the edge, so I had to just trim it off, and it just really kicked my butt. But yeah, it turned out real nice. Otherwise, again, yeah, this corner I could have probably fixed, but there's so much going to be involved with this. I'm not trying to win any awards, but otherwise it really is a good turnout. So new buttons, new sticks, new panel art, new CPO. Front turned out nice as well. So the control panel is finished. I got all the rest of the controls installed, and I got all the wiring done. Everything is complete. Ready to begin the rest of the cabinet work here shortly. So we'll have to make another video on that, obviously, because this has just about whipped me for today. I am pretty beat. So yeah, here's the other side. So you can't see it. There we go. So when we get ready to do the cabinet, we'll do the full tear down and begin on that. But the control panel turned out awesome. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the cabinet teardown and the restoration on the cabinet. I like these joysticks, they're real nice. Very similar to the originals in look and feel. Well, not really, I guess, feel. It still kind of feels the same, but it's, you hear it's clunkier because instead of being leaf switches, it's you know, micro switches. But I think it's worth the swap out. So again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next part, and we'll get this cabinet torn down and repaired, restored, and then this project will be complete.